Hello everyone, today we have a Sam Wilson Captain America build finally. He has been in a lot of decks that felt decent, but none of them felt like they were like over the top at the perfect spot. We saw a lot of Sam Wilson Scream move style stuff, some Sam Wilson Surtur style stuff. We saw some Sam Wilson Moonstone or Sam Wilson Spectrum stuff. I even saw a little bit of Sam Wilson Wiccan. Today, we are running a Sam Wilson Spectrum Doom 2099 deck. And the reason that this one does well is you use Sam Wilson as a way to, one, be able to control what lanes are capped out. So if you have Doom 2099 on the board, you can move the shield into a lane to make sure that that Doom bot that generates that turn is not going to cap out that location. So you can guarantee the full value of your Dr. Doom on turn number 6. If the game is not lining up in that perfect way, we also have the benefit that both the Shield and Sam Wilson are ongoing cards, so they benefit from Spectrum. All of Doom 2099's spawns are going to be ongoing as well. And then outside of that, we just have some general good ongoing cards. We have Captain America, great if you're pairing it with other ongoings and Sam Wilson. We have Mobius. Right now, there's a decent amount of discard. Mobius can shut down the ability for Bullseye to really go crazy with the Swarm discards, making them not zero cost anymore. Can completely shut down that in-game line. They still have the opportunity to go like Dakin or scale their Collector or their Morbius, but Mobius shuts them down immensely. Same thing with like negative decks and a lot of really good decks that look to just discount a lot of cards and then flood a lot onto the board. Mobius can absolutely come in clutch. He's anti-fun, but sometimes that anti-fun is very necessary. We have Psylocke to be able to ramp into Doom 2099 at turn early. Being able to get Doom down on 3 rather than 4 can give you so much extra scaling, and it really starts leaning that game towards a Spectrum instead of Dr. Doom if you can get it down early, and just that power spread is enormous. We have Dazzler, which we're looking to fill all of our lanes anyways. It's an ongoing card. It's going to be 2-8 in most games. At worst, it'll be like 2-6, which is still a really good value for a 2-cost card. We have Ant-Man as our cheap 1-cost option to be able to use whenever we fill out a lane. It's going to be 5 power, which is for a 1-cost. Phenomenal value. We have Super Scroll against those other Sam Wilson decks, against Spectrum decks, against other Doom 2099 decks. Super Scroll can come in so very valuable and impactful for us to give us a way where the matchup would have been unwinnable otherwise into being able to compete against it. Super Scroll has value in spades right now. We have Iron Lad as a way to dig for those other ongoing cards. Sometimes we'll drop this on turn number 3 if we ramped into it, hoping to hit like a Doom 2099 or maybe a Blue Marvel or something better. Iron Lad is so valuable here at being able to hit one of those other ongoing cards so that you can really like double down on that impact. Right now, this deck is kind of going crazy in post-infinite games. Most of the time, Doom 2099 feels very rigid. This one gives a little bit of those flexible choices in that Sam Wilson shield maneuverability, the Spectrum drop on the last turn, to give you avenues to win games that you otherwise wouldn't be able to compete in, which makes this deck so much fun for me. The other reason I want to feature this deck is Sam Wilson is going to be phenomenal for gaining early priority. Not necessarily in ladder or conquest will it matter, but early priority I think is going to be critical in winning the new time-limited game mode Sanctum Showdown, which will come out later this month. But it's something that I'm already thinking about when I'm looking at builds is how will this fare and how will this do in the new time-limited game mode, because I want to be able to have decks that are going to do well there as soon as it launches and try to maximize the rewards that we're going to be able to get. We're going to go ahead and jump over into a couple games. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. I hope you guys enjoy. Tagaro, they go ahead and play our Psylocke. They could be looking to do... No, not a Wiccan deck. They didn't have a 1-cost. We do get the Spectrum. Ooh, so it's a clutter deck. They kind of tattled on themselves with the Titania. I think I'm going to go Doom into the right lane so that we don't get like double whammied here. And we could always potentially find Captain America later. Sam Wilson Captain America. Move the shield around. And that's where kind of our strength lies, is the shield with this deck helps give us protection against Red Guardian. It also protects us from having a lane capped out so that we don't get to use Dr. Doom as efficiently with the uncontrollable locations. Oh my goodness. We snipe him with the acid arrow. Take that, my friend. Unfortunately, Doc Ock pulls our Super Scroll and not something, I don't know, better. Ugh. They're stuck with the acid arrow, which I absolutely love to see. We're going to go Blue Marvel, top deck of Dr. Doom, guaranteed. That way we can cap out all of our locations. Now, with this being a clutter deck, we have to look out for Cannonball or Hobgoblin. It's also unfortunate. I'm hoping the Doombot goes here. And actually, we can cap out all of the locations just by playing naturally. So we don't need Doom. I mean, we did get Dr. Doom. I guaranteed it, and it happened. Let's go Red Hulk, which has a high likelihood of scaling. They've done 3 1-costs, unless for some reason they have an additional one. I think it's just going to be a Cannonball last turn. And that gives us the opportunity to go Doom Bot here. We do lose our Dazzler, but Red Hulk with the Ant-Man scaling should give us more than enough. We're going to go ahead and lock it in. And we do get the retreat. We'll take it. Let's jump over into the next one. All right, next up we have Bullseye QWERTY. I'm not sure I understand. Let's go ahead and go Ant-Man into Muir Island. We have Dazzler as our follow-up into Muir Island, and see from there. If we get Psylocke, we would play that. Actually, Sam Wilson, I think, is what we're going to play in over the Dazzler in this game. So we have control of Cap Shield. We can move it. It gets the scaling over in the left as well. And then we can always free up that lane later on. I think it gives us a lot of benefit. They have their Sam Wilson on 2 as well. And we could potentially destroy theirs. Hala. Thunderbolt's tower is kind of unfortunate. But it's the we're gonna sacrifice the one. We're gonna sacrifice the 1 hit on potentially 2, I guess, on Doom 2099 to make sure that we don't lose it in Hala. Let's see what else they're going with Sam Wilson. A lot of people are running like a Scream deck. It looks like the deck that we're running today is kind of catching on, and so maybe it was covered somewhere. I don't know. I just know that I used it post Infinite, and it has been working phenomenally well. But I do think we have more on the board than they do. They do have Captain for the shield, but I think we benefit more. I'm going to go ahead and snap. We'll try. The shield is fine. It's protected. And then the Doom bot actually won't spawn until after the locations trigger. And so it's safe from Hala. It actually lets us win locations like the one that destroys everything if there's multiple cards there. It lets us generate a card there after the fact, which can be very, very handy. So they go double drop in Hala. That's fine. We're not competing for it. Oh, big armor. Interesting. Okay. And then Madam Web. So it's definitely not a Doom deck. Oh no! We are capped out in the left lane. Oh well. It is what it is. All right, we could go Mobius, but I don't think they're going to have any kind of discounts. So I'm just going to hit an Iron Lad. We're going to hit, what? Madam Web, Blue Marvel. Both would be marvelous. Cap Shield. They're scaling of both, ping-pong it back and forth, which is nice whenever it does get set up just so. We do get Super Scroll, so interesting. They have a full ongoing deck. We're going to take full use of it. We get their Super Scroll. Very, very interesting. They can move the shield. They're going to get a good surge in Ant-Man. We could go Dr. Doom. Or if we're anticipating that they're going to try to push for here and maybe here, we go something bigger like Spectrum. And then we're just looking at that 1 scaling. We get the 7. And that's why I like to include Spectrum as well. Most of the time you like to go Dr. Doom. You just get more power output. But on those games where you really need to push and emphasize just 2 of those lanes, I think Spectrum can potentially come in a bit handier. So they leave mid all alone. Let's see if we can maybe come out on top with the Spectrum. They go Spectrum as well. Their left lane comes back over the top, but our Spectrum makes our right lane something that they cannot touch. We win mid, we win right. Had they played Spectrum in mid, it would have been went down to a point differential, of which we still would have won, but it was very, very close. I do love when Spectrum is in just the mix of decks, because a lot of times she's just not enough. Right now, she feels like, in sneaky ways, you don't want her to be your only or primary play line, but sometimes she can be just enough to win those games. We'll take the 4. Let's jump over into the next one. All right, next up we have rank 31 Cougar. They're running Cap Shield. I really want to snap on them turn 1. We have Onslaught Citadel. We have Psylocke. We have Doom 2099. We are looking at a potentially massive power play. Really want to snap on them. You know what? We'll go ahead and do it. I'm going to go Psylocke. I'm going to fill this right lane with Doom next turn, and then let just the generation fly. If, depending on what cap deck they're running, we may be really looking for the Super Scroll into Onslaught Citadel to kind of save us. But having our Doom bots pop up here is massive. So let's see what they have. They could have... Sam Wilson wouldn't be great here. Scorpion. Ooh. Interesting. I don't think I've seen Scorpion in a single Sam Wilson deck. It's always a first. The Bifrost is going to push cards over, and so, I mean, we were going to get capped out regardless. I guess we could have went Doom here and let it push over in Dark Dimension, but no need. We'll go here, and we have to play in Onslaught Citadel, or else they don't generate anymore. Let's go Super Scroll, which will copy a Luke Cage. It will copy an Ajax. Do we want to hold off on the Super Scroll 1 turn, though? And instead do, like, I don't know, Sam Wilson Captain America. We can also do Dazzler. The reason I would hold off on Super Scroll 1 turn is because it's going to push out of Onslaught Citadel, and I kind of want to double up on like their Ajax and just really double down on them. That's what we're going to do. Let's see what they have in the right lane. Big Cassandra Nova coming into play. Where does their Sam Wilson fall? Other than just kind of like a priority grab, maybe? So not a lot of benefit from Onslaught Citadel thus far. There's always a chance. Cap Shield. And then we'll see. We're kind of hoping that this lane does not get filled, and that the Doom goes here, so that next turn we can play like a Spectrum here. Or maybe we play, I don't know, maybe we play Blue Marvel in the left. Depends. We could also move the shield, go Iron Lad if that's what we pull, and then every single one of those outcomes would be good for us. And Luke Cage has fallen off, so it would make sense that maybe Ajax kind of rises up a bit. They move Rocket, which is the right call, because we're not going to play in Dark Dimension, so that Doom does trigger, and so Rocket is wasted in Dark Dimension. Big man thing. Oh no. Oh no. If they don't have... Oh, uh-oh. Okay. So, Captain America is fine enough. Spectrum goes 2, 4, helps us out a bit here, helps us out here. The Doombot spawns here, which helps here and here even more. If they go Luke Cage, they lose a lot of their benefit. I think we go Spectrum. Either that or it's like a Captain America, but Captain America I think is very iffy as a final play. It's really funny. Whenever I was running this deck yesterday, I was finding more chances and opportunities or reasons to run Dr. Doom. Today, the emphasis has been really on Spectrum to get that emphasis onto the 2 lanes that may be capped out or close to capped out that we need to like swing back in our favor. All right, so 3 cards for their final turn. I'm assuming no Luke Cage, but that's just me. They could have, ooh, a US agent left would just decimate us. No Ajax. Okay, Ajax left. With the Doombot jumping over there is enough to swing that lane in our favor. The right lane is absolutely theirs, but the Super Scroll holds solid. We get the same benefit that they do. We will, I'm guessing they went Super Scroll blind by that reaction. We will gladly take the 4 cubes against rank number 31. Let's go ahead and jump over into the next one. All right, next up we have Dino Math. The first location, Savage Land. Okay. We do have Sam Wilson in our hand, so we'll be able to maneuver the shield around. We could also go Dazzler if we think for sure we're going to fill up all of the lanes. She typically is going to get a bit bigger, but Sam Wilson gives us that flexibility of making sure a lane is not capped out, so we could get benefit from the Dr. Doom on the last turn, if it comes down to that. And so big Iron Patriot over into this lane. We're not really going to be able to compete for it, are we? New York is interesting. We also get Captain America, which is going to be kind of nice in the long run. Go ahead and play the Captain America. We'll play the Shield. We're going to give up New York, unfortunately, and just hope that they didn't get a good resource out of it. You never know. We couldn't really fight against the Gladiator anyways. They do give us a Psylocke and help our chances of finding Blue Marvel, of finding Iron Lad, Dr. Doom, 2099 ideally. We do get the Iron Lad. We could also do like a Mobius Dazzler so they don't have the discount on Iron Patriot. But I think we're going to go Iron Lad. We're hoping to hit Doom 2099, excuse me. So 25% chance to hit it. We hit Ant-Man. Unfortunate. All right, so Red Guardian hits the Captain America. Also unfortunate. It should still get buffed up by the shield move, right? They have Hood. Let's do this. Into... I'm going to go good old Mobius. I'm going to go good old Mobius Dazzler, I think. No. We're going to go Mobius Dazzler and shift some stuff around, but then they won't know what we're shifting over into New York, what we're leaving alone. It'll be a little bit harder to judge. We also have the Spectrum that's going to come down and be pretty big. Why does this card look so weird? Okay, another demon coming into play is big. They have 2 demons to play. So an easy 12. They have 1 demon to play. Doom 2099 came a touch too late, unfortunate. This, and... that, and then a little bit of this as well. That gives us a pretty decent lead here. 19 power. It shifts a lot over here. Captain America and Captain America should both scale again from the shield from New York, and then we're going to buff all of it up with Spectrum. Okay, so they didn't shift anything around. They just went 1 left, 2 mid. I'm hoping it's not a demon, because the demon is right here, based on the background they have. The speed with the quickness is not going to be enough, my friend. We will grab the 2 against the Victoria hand deck. Let's go ahead and jump over into the next one. All right, next up we have K4DI. The first location, the clubhouse, which we will eventually fill that up. And so let's see how much benefit we can get out of it. They go Silver Sable, so potentially looking at a Mobius, because I think they're going to be running like a Torres Torres, Toxin, Falcon, Beast, maybe Black Swan style of deck. Let's go Dazzler into the right. On 3, we go Captain America. He'll slide into Ashram, so that's fine. And then we go Doom 2099. So then Nico, they're going to fill this first. He's crazy. They're losing that +1 across the board. I guess Starlight Citadel is going to have a save for itself. All right, I'm going to go Captain America to the right. It'll pull into mid. Next turn, we're going to go Doom 2099, and then we just kind of slow play it from here. They do go Beast. They waste their Clubhouse bonus. Their Clubhouse bonus is now gone, right? And then we'll eventually get ours. They did go Beast. Unless they drop a Black Swan, I'm not going to drop Mobius. Let's go... I'm going to go Doom into mid. I don't think they're going to... If they play a Rocket, is what I'm considering right now. If they play a Rocket, I don't think they're going to play it into mid. Because I think they would assume we'll play elsewhere and just let it slide. We're not going to let it slide this time. So 4 cards. Sable. They have the Hood. They have Nico again. And then 1 additional. Did they go Rocket mid? No, Frigga. Frigga copied Nico, but it's not a huge copy, actually. Okay with that. Blue Marvel is decent for us. We don't have our Doctor Doom, but between this turn and next, we'll generate 2 more Doom bots, which is really, really nice at kind of spreading that power across the board. They have a copy of their 2-power Nico. It was before it even got doubled up. Then Rocket and Groot into Ashram. They go Toxin. Big, big Toxin. All right. Not Dr. Doom. Do we risk an Iron Lad? It's a 1 out of 3. Probably doesn't pay off. We could just go Spectrum, but the problem is these lanes are all relatively weak, other than our Ashram lane. If we do Iron Lad and we hit anything other than Dr. Doom, it's a guaranteed loss. I feel like we need the Dr. Doom hit. If it doesn't hit Dr. Doom, it pulls over into Ashram anyways. And so Spectrum in mid would have been 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Extra would have brought us to 18. Wait, that's not a... I guess if that's Hitmonkey in the right, it's pretty big. Oh, just a Nico. Not a big final turn. We do hit Dr. Doom. Does a spare go mid? Spare Doombot go mid, and we have a slight chance. Oh my god. Well. Did we deserve that? No, probably not. Will we take it? Absolutely. That's what I'm going to end the video on just a I thank you guys, as always, for being here. This has been TLSG. Later, guys.